If you've ever been to Jamaica and if you know anything about Jamaican food, you know there is one thing that's very unique to Jamaicans and that Jamaicans love, and that is patty. If you've never had it, you must try it at least once in your life. For those of you who live in New York, I know you've probably had some version of the Jamaican patty. I know you guys try to replicate it. Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. You absolutely must come to Jamaica and have an original Jamaican made patty. So I thought to myself, how many different types of patty actually exist in Jamaica? I came up with 14. Beef patty, chicken patty, cheese patty, chicken cheese patty, fish patty, shrimp patty, lobster patty, oxtail patty, curry goat patty, vegetable patty, soy patty, what else? Lentil patty, there is such a thing, yes. Aki Patty, I think that's 14. So I'm on a mission to see if I can eat all 14 different types of Jamaican patty that exist. That is a lot of patty. But we're on a mission today. So wish me luck and let's go. So I made it to Devon House. That's gonna be our first stop. If you've never heard of Devon House, it's a former great house which now has like several restaurants, and one of those restaurants is the Devon House Bakery. At the Devon House Bakery we can get the curry goat patty, the oxtail patty. Whew. It started raining and I had to run to the car. Whew. I am out of breath, but I got the goods. I got 5 patties. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with 5 patties. Wow. So they actually had one that I didn't even think of before. They had the callaloo patty. Well, they had it on their list of menu items, but they didn't actually have it in the store, so I didn't get it, unfortunately. So that makes it 15 patties that exist in Jamaica, adding callaloo to the list. So we got shrimp, they had Aki and saltfish patty. This is fish patty. I actually didn't know that they sold fish patty here. I thought fish patty was only sold at this store called Mother's. I was not expecting to get that, but no problem. Lobster, and this is the curry goat. I have absolutely no idea where to start. Let's start with the curry goat and see if it's just as good as it was the last time I had it. So the patties at Devon House Bakery are shaped a little bit different compared to the standard or the original patties that we have in Jamaica. So they have a little stylish thing going on here. This is not like the standard shape or design of a patty. A patty is a lot more simple. Regular patty is more simple than this, but this is just the Devon House Bakery's signature style, which I'm okay with. I feel like it feels really heavy, and I feel like there's so much meat in here, and I need to be careful because I'm wearing white, and there is curry in this patty. I did get some napkins, so let me just prepare myself just in case I make a mess. And then I'm gonna take the first bite for you. But first of all, I need to show you what it looks like on the inside, so I'm just gonna break it and give you a little food porn. First bite. Cheers. Let's get some meat. Mmm. This is good. This is good. Mmm. Okay. How you know a patty is really good is when it's very flaky. It's supposed to be flaky. It's supposed to be messy. Which is why I had to get my napkin out, because I know by the time I'm done with these patties, this car is going to be filled with patty flakes, patty crumbs. But that's a good thing. It's puff pastry, so it's supposed to be flaky, right? So that's the first sign. It's really flaky. Now, as for the flavor for this curry goat patty, it's perfect. It's perfect. All the flavors of the curry goat coming out as if you were eating a regular meal with curry goat and white rice. It's delicious. I love it. I always enjoy the curry goat patty here. Yeah, full disclosure, I've had it before. It remained consistent, I'm not gonna lie. I will say it is slightly a bit salty, just for my taste. I mean, just for my liking. Personally, I don't tend to go too salty when I'm cooking. But I think the average Jamaican would say that this curry goat is perfect. It's really flavorful. It's really good. I don't know if you can see the meat. Yeah, the gravy is thick. I'm just gonna finish this while it's still hot, and then we move on to the next one. Delicious. I love it. It's a bit hot, so I'm gonna turn the AC on because I can't take this heat. Patty is by far the least healthy food on the planet. It's not healthy at all, but it is delicious though. So we started with meat. Now I'm gonna go with fish. Now, since this part is open, I'm just gonna start by eating this part. I don't know what to expect. I don't think I've ever had fish patty from Devon House Baker before. I've had it from Mother's, and I enjoy it from Mother's, but I think this is the first time that I'm having this one. So let's see. One patty down. I still can't believe I have 5 patties. The things we do for YouTube, and I'm actually trying to eat 14. I cannot. Anyway, let's first of all show you what it looks like inside. I don't think it looks much like fish at all, but this is it. Okay, so I'm hoping you can see that. That's what it looks like. Doesn't look like much, but let's taste it. Is this even fit? I mean, let me just taste it. I don't know what that is. It tastes rubbery, like this thing. I don't know if it's because the fish was probably on the heat for. I don't even know if this is fish. I don't know what that is. It doesn't taste like fish. Alright, let me try this one. I don't like this one. I've had fish patty before, not here, like I said, but it doesn't taste like this. I'm not gonna torture myself. This is, I don't know what this is. It smells like fish, but it doesn't taste like fish. It tastes rubbery and chewy, and I don't like it. Don't buy fish patty at Devon House Bakery. This was a disappointment. I'm not gonna torture myself with this. No. And let's try something else in this bag, and hopefully we're not disappointed again. Alright, let's try the lobster. That's really annoying because these patties are not cheap. As a matter of fact, the total bill came up to 3,710 Jamaican dollars, which is, I think, just under, I think that's like 20 something US dollars. One patty was like just under 500. The lobster patty was $1,348. The fish patty was actually the cheapest one. The lobster patty is the most expensive. Anyway, they're not cheap because $3,000 on patty is not something that I would usually spend on a regular, but we're doing it for YouTube. Alright, so this is a lobster patty, and dear God, please let it not be disappointing. Let's taste this. I'm just gonna bite straight into it. One sec. I like it. I like it. It's very different from the curry goat patty. The lobster is not curried, so it doesn't have the curry flavor. I'm not sure what flavor it is, but I like it. The curry goat is still my favorite thus far, but I like this just the same. I'm gonna have it. These patties are very heavy, you know, it's a lot of crust, and the meat, the curry goat patty was very meaty, and the lobster patty was also very meaty. So they're actually very heavy, and I am feeling very heavy right now. But we have 2 to go, and we're gonna do what we gotta do. So I'm gonna taste them for you, tell you what they taste like. This one is the Aki Patty. Let's just break it. Yep. Ackee and saltfish is Jamaica's national dish, so it's a traditional Jamaican breakfast. So it's yellow. I think you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, so I can see the ackee and saltfish inside. I definitely know what's inside here. Unlike the fish, where I couldn't even tell what that was, this is definitely ackee and saltfish, and we're gonna taste it and see if it's good. It tastes like ackee and saltfish. If you're not Jamaican and you're visiting Jamaica for the first time, this is a good way to try 2 of Jamaican's really traditional foods at the same time. The ackee and saltfish and the patty. You can get the ackee and saltfish patty at Devon House Bakery. It's not bad. It's pretty good actually. It's pretty good. The ackee and saltfish is definitely true to flavor. It definitely tastes the same as if you were to have ackee and saltfish as a meal with like some boiled dumplings or boiled green bananas, which is how we usually traditionally have it. It's good. I won't have any more of it though, not right now. The last one we're gonna try for now is the shrimp patty. I am all pattied out. Dang, why would I choose to do this to myself? No, again, I don't know what's in here. Okay, I see shrimp. I actually see a whole piece of shrimp. A whole shrimp in here. Alright, here's my problem with the shrimp patty, right? Whilst we do see all of one shrimp in here, I'm not sure what everything else is. Like all of this filling, I don't know what that is. you know, and I feel like it's deceiving, and it's just like one shrimp. Okay, I see a second shrimp. I feel like these patties are way too expensive for me to be eating just paste, because this is exactly what this looks like, paste that they just used to fill the patty just to make it fat. Anyway, let's taste it. Let's taste it. Let's taste it. All right. The shrimp patty is okay. The best thing to do with patty filling, if it's not beef patty or cheese patty, is just to curry the thing. So if it's shrimp patty, you curry the shrimp, and I think that's how the other patty stores do it. The flavor is okay, but I don't know what I'm eating. It tastes like paste, and I don't know what the paste is made of, you know. So there's literally like two. I saw literally like 2 shrimp in there. I just had one of the shrimp, but I'm disappointed. Very disappointed. So out of 5 patties, I enjoyed the curry goat, the lobster was okay, and the Aki Patty, the Aki and sawfish patty. The fish was terrible. Didn't even taste like fish. And the shrimp I didn't like. I don't know, I just didn't like it. I'm sorry. But I've had shrimp patty before and it didn't taste like this. So I'm gonna head home and clean up, and I'll see you guys in the next clip when we head on to the next patty location. So keep watching. Morning, guys, and we got some more patties. Today we started out with Tasty. You would have seen in the clips before that I went to Tasty Patty. Tasty, one of the first patty companies in Jamaica. Tasty is, as they say, the home of Jamaica's patties, and so the Tasty beef patty is perhaps one of the best patties. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 patties today. Patty is usually a typical breakfast for Jamaicans. It's a typical breakfast item, so you can have patty for breakfast, and so that's what I'm doing today. So let me show you what I got. I've already sanitized my hands. Now this is what a typical Jamaican patty is supposed to look like. This is a typical Jamaican beef patty, yeah? And these ones are delicious. I'm hungry. I'm just gonna bite into it right now. It's good. It's very good. It's not as hot as I would like it. Try getting a really hot, fresh out of the oven beef patty, burning your tongue and all those things. I love that, but it's still good. One more bite before I go on to the next one. I tell you, the Tasty beef patty, you can't go wrong. Definitely go to Tasty the first time you come to Jamaica. If you can make that the first patty you try, I think that's the best thing to do. The Devon house and the curry goat patty and all those other things, try those things like after you tried the original beef patty. All right, next we have the chicken patty. I like this one. They've marked the bag so you know what's in it. They also usually mark the patty with a color. I guess they use food coloring or something. So this is the chicken patty. Let's try it. I'm gonna break this because I really want you guys to see the insides. And this is basically just crust. Don't get me wrong, patty crust is really delicious. But I just want to get into this real quick. Yep. So I think I had said it earlier that the filling of the patties, if it's anything other than beef, once it's curried, I think you can't go wrong. So like this is the chicken patty, is usually curried chicken that's on the inside. So that's the beef patty, the basic beef patty, basic chicken patty. Those are the first two you should try. Try the beef first, but the chicken and the beef can never go wrong. Unless it's like stale and not freshly done, right? The next thing I want to get into is the cheese patty. I am not supposed to eat cheese. I am allergic to dairy. However, I'm out here risking my life for you guys. So this is supposed to be the cheese patty. I'm wondering if I can pull it apart so you can actually see the cheese on the inside. Yep. So they basically put a slice of cheese in there, and that cheese is just gonna melt onto the really hot beef, ground beef that's in the patty. So that's basically what a cheese patty is. Ground beef with a slice of cheese. Now one of the best ways to eat this is with something that we call cocoa bread. Cocoa bread is really just bread. I really don't know why we call it cocoa bread, but that's what we call it. And this is what it's like. So we basically pull this apart, we break it open, and it's open like this. And then we put the patty on the inside like this, and you basically have a patty and bread sandwich. Let me turn it the other way. Yeah, I think this is much better. Yeah, so that's a patty and a cocoa bread. This is a typical Jamaican breakfast. This is one of the easiest things. This is like a Jamaican go-to for breakfast. I'm gonna break the top part off just so that we can get into the meat real quick, so you can actually see what that looks like on the inside. It's such a mess in here. What did I say about patty and flakes and crumbs? All right, so I wish this was hotter, because if it was really hot, then you would really see the juicy melted cheese all over the meat. See, it's not that sexy right now because it's not very hot. But if it was really, really hot, the cheese would have melted really fast, and it would be really nice and gooey and juicy. But I'm just gonna bite into this. Patty and cocoa bread. But yeah, and this is how we usually eat the patty, by the way. With half of it, the rest of it in the bag, and you just hold it in the bag and you bite. And that's a cheese patty and cocoa bread. So the third patty, no, the fourth. The fourth patty. By the way, guys, don't worry, I'm not gonna waste any of these patties. I won't be able to eat them all off right now, but I'm not gonna waste them. The fourth patty is one of my favorites. Is it really? Yeah. If I was to think of my favorite patty, I think it would be the beef patty. I think it would be a really nice hot freshly baked beef patty. I think that would be my favorite. But this one I'm about to have is one that I really like as well. This is the super patty, and if you can see it, it has lettuce, tomato, and it also has, I don't know if you can see it, but it also has cheese and beef. So this is the cheese patty stuffed with lettuce and tomato. So this is supposed to be like a real complete meal, right? You have your carbs, your protein, and your veggies in there. So I like to have this one as well because I feel like I'm getting a little vitamins in. Not much, but it's better than nothing, right? So let's bite into this one. The thing about this one you have to be careful is that it's best when the patty is very, very hot, and so the cheese melts, which makes the meat juicy. If you start out with a really hot patty, what happens is that the lettuce and tomato makes the meat get cold. So you need to start out with a really, really hot patty, stuff the lettuce and tomato in there so that it doesn't make the meat too cold for when you're ready to eat it. Because like a cold patty is just not as, it's not as tasty, it's not as delicious as when you get the patty straight out of the oven. So for me, this patty is not cold enough, it's not hot enough, because it already feels like outside of the patty feels cold. And I know it's because the lettuce and the tomato are in here why it feels this cold, and the meat itself, like it feels really cold to touch. So unfortunately, Tasty kind of missed the mark on this one. But I've had it where the meat was really hot and then you have the cold lettuce and tomato on the inside, and then, you know, that clash of, not clash, but the contrast of the crunchy lettuce and tomato and the hot beef and cheese is really, really good. So you should try to get this one more freshly prepared than this, because this patty is way too cold for my liking. I already know I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'm not looking forward to tasting it, but I'm just gonna take a couple of bites just for you guys. I'm just gonna do one more bite. If it wasn't for the fact that the patty is cold, this would have been perfect, because it's actually not that bad. I'm gonna put this back in here, and to finish up my breakfast, I think I'm just gonna have the regular beef patty. Of the 4 patties I just had, this one was the most tasty, so I'm just gonna finish up this one for my breakfast, and that will be it for this part of the patty mission. So cheers.
Hello, New Leaf. How may I help you?
Hi, do you guys have lentil patty today?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So I found a location that actually has the lentil patty. It's called New Leaf Restaurant. It's not one of the traditional patty shops. It's more like a vegan or vegetarian restaurant of some sorts. So let's go get it. So we got the goods, and good news, there was actually another patty store very close by to this vegetarian store, and I was able to get the soy patty and the chicken cheese patty. That's a chicken patty with cheese on the inside. So I've already sanitized my hands, and I am excited to try these new patties because I've never had these vegetarian patties before. They had even more patties than I thought. So they had lentil, they had pumpkin patty, which I didn't know existed either. And I noticed that they also had chickpeas patty and split peas patty, which were on the menu, but they didn't have them today. So I think that brings our list to about 16 different types of patties that exist in Jamaica. They try to capture the same shape, but because they're vegan or vegetarian, they kind of, the crust is a bit different. It looks like wheat, or I don't know, wheat or some other type of grain. I think I'm gonna move because the sun in this spot is not exactly working for us. So let's find a more suitable spot to grab on these patties. So confession, I started eating. Okay, so I was trying to find a place where I could sit in the car and eat these patties without the sun blinding us. But I got hungry. I couldn't find anywhere, and I'm hungry, and I started eating the patties while I was driving, and I made a mess. This is what I was talking about when I mentioned the cheese patty being really hot and juicy earlier today. I can't eat this patty with one hand. I'm a mess, and I think the sun is giving us a break, so I'm just gonna try and quickly taste the rest of these patties before we leave the spot. This is the soy patty, also from Juicy Patties. I've had this before. It's okay from what I can recall, but let's just try it. If you don't eat meat but you want some protein and you want to try the patty, I guess this would be the closest thing to a non-meat or meat-like patty. It tastes okay. It tastes okay. It definitely doesn't taste like meat to me because I'm a beef lover, so you know, I can definitely tell the difference, but it gets a 7 out of 10 for me. Let me just try to finish up these for you guys. I don't know what this... Okay, this is the pumpkin patty. I think this is the one I was showing you guys before, from New Leaf, the vegetarian place. I'm gonna break half of it because I feel like it's more crust than anything else, and this is what it looks like. It's just pumpkin, and it looks like they've seasoned it with something. Let's taste it. It's good. It's flavorful. I'm not sure, but I think they put pumpkin seed in here as well. I taste something crunchy. It's good. I like it. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you can go for the pumpkin patty. This next one is the mixed vegetable patty. I'm just gonna break it so we can see the inside. Okay. So it's filled with veggies. Looks like carrots, cabbage, corn. Let's taste it. Okay. It's not bad. I prefer the pumpkin. I give the veg like a 5 out of 10. It's not as flavorful as the pumpkin patty. Now this is the one we actually went for, and this is the lentil patty. Again, I'm gonna break it in half. So you can tell that the crust is definitely different from the traditional Jamaican patty. Oh my god, I'm nervous about this one because my stomach just does not digest peas and beans and just legumes well. But let's try it at least once. Mm-mm. 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 I don't like it. Yeah. It doesn't taste bad, but I don't like it. Mm-mm. I'm not a fan. I honestly wouldn't recommend it. But if you are vegan or vegetarian, try it. Try it. I honestly would not recommend it to anyone. I would definitely recommend the pumpkin patty. And if you're just looking for a vegetable option, maybe the vegetable patty. The lentil? Mm-mm. I would pass on that one. You can try it for the sake of trying it, and especially if you're vegan, it's an option for you. But I would not. No, it's, if you're a meat eater, you don't need to try the lentil patty. Stick to the beef and the chicken. The chicken cheese, the chicken cheese, amazing, especially because it was the perfect temperature. It was really, really hot, straight out the oven. So yeah. Not once did I think I was going to be able to find so many different types of patties in Jamaica. All of 18. And I tasted 14 out of the 18 patties that existed in Jamaica. We didn't get to try the oxtail patty, the split peas patty, the callaloo patty, or the chickpeas patty. But at least now we know they exist, and now we know exactly where we can find them. If you know of any other Jamaican patty, go ahead and leave a comment and let us know where we can find it as well. And please stick around. I'm gonna keep sharing with you my favorite foods and of course my travel experiences, and I'd love to hear about yours.